Okay. Coolio, we are live. I do not know when people are going to be seeing this though, but hello, people.
Hi.
To anyone who's watching this live currently or watching the replay. So, welcome. Today is the last reading sprint of the year, pretty much.
Oh, Happy New Year, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, Mom, you start. What you going to be doing?
Child, I don't know. Probably I'll lie down, rest a little bit. Actually, you know what? No, I lied. I'm going to go pick well, rest a little bit, but then I got to pick up your baby sister from her
friend date.
Yeah, she hang out with some friends. So, go pick her up. Come back. Maybe
nap. Yeah.
I'm sleepy. Like right now, I'm actually fighting sleep, y'all. I've been fighting sleep for an hour.
And that's why she's looking real comfortable today. But y'all know, if you've been in my channel for a while, you just know that hoodie and bonnet, that's just the way we work here, okay? Because it just is what it is. Come as you is.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. What are you going to be doing, though?
Varying things. I will probably either be listening to an audiobook or I'll be reading on my Kindle. And I have not decided which one that is. Because on my Kindle, I'm reading an e-arc for An Education in Malice by Saint Gibson. It is actually a 2024 anticipated release for myself. It is a dark academic retelling of Carmilla, which is like the vampire story that predates Dracula. Mm-hmm. Yep. There is a vampiric story that predates Dracula. And I did read it this year. I didn't really like Carmilla, though. I was kind of disappointed. But then again, I am the kind of person that classics don't usually work for me unless it's by non-white authors, as I've noticed.
Got it.
Like black classics, they hit. They hurt for me. Okay, they hit for me. The white ones are like, I don't know what y'all's writing style. The writing style don't be working for me.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
And this one was real, really old. And I'm like, okay, never mind.
Got it. And then the words to use. Yeah, I'd be lost. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be lost.
Like, it's fine. Like, I really like the vampire stuff in Carmilla, but like anything else with the characters, I was like, This one though, I actually am liking so far.
Okay.
I do like it. I mean, I trust St. Gibson's writing because she wrote A Diary of Blood, which is like a reimagining of Dracula. Now, I never read Dracula, but A Diary of Blood though, Diary of Blood was hidden. Okay, that was really, really good. This one is also pretty good. Now, it does take place in the same world as A Diary of Blood, but you don't need to read A Diary of Blood to understand this.
Cool.
Like, they're definitely companion, but like, you really don't need to read like them together like that at all.
Okay.
And it's kind of its own different thing, because this is also pretty character driven as well. And we do have Laura and Carmilla, but Carmilla in this version here is not a vampire. It's just their poetry professor. She's the vampire in this one. Very much obvious, and I don't think that's a spoiler because it's in this part of the synopsis.
Okay, I was about to say, I hope you're not spoiling.
No, that's part of the synopsis now.
Okay, well,
but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I know, and it takes place in the college, like for dark academia. So
okay, so how long are we going with this sprint now?
In general,
right now, yeah.
Oh, the very first sprint.
Yeah, was the first. Yeah,
we can do the very first sprint is like
45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then as far as like my audiobook, I literally started Leech, which is a sci-fi horror book.
Okay.
And I don't really know too much about it. I literally just started. I think I'm on like the third chapter. Okay. It just seems interesting. We have an unnamed protagonist who is a doctor who's replacing a doctor practitioner person that literally just died because of this weird creature thing, I think. I've heard of it because of another booktuber.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's that.
Yep. So let's see. So if it's 45 minutes, we shall read. What is the math there? So it's 45 minutes, about to be 5, so that would be read till 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yep. It's 50.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to share the screen with for our ambiance.
All right.
Yep. So it's a vintage fall coffee shop.
Let's go.
Yep. Oh wait, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Happy reading, y'all. Hello, everyone. That was the end of our first sprint. Let me know in the chat how far you have gone in your books. And yeah. Okay, hold up, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah. What was I saying? I can't remember, but I do remember saying like hello, end of the sprints, and yeah, let me know how y'all did. My mom just went out to pick up my baby sister from her friend date things, hang out. So yeah, that's what she's doing. She was also napping, so when she comes back, she probably will be napping again because she was really tired. And I was listening to this jazz, and I was reading on my Kindle, and y'all, I was feeling a little bit sleepy myself. So yeah, but I was reading An Education in Malice. So now I've made it to third of the way through, and I'm indeed enjoying it. So this is one of my most anticipated releases of next year. All right, so really happy that I got the e-arc from Red Hook, and since we are here, I want to open some book mail with y'all. So I want to do that after I catch up on comments, though. Let me do that real quick. Hello, Book Terror. Hello, Bookers and Purrs. Yes, happy Friday indeed. Curly Rain Haikyuu. Yes, I've heard of Haikyuu. Just want to finish volume 19. Wow, I think there's a lot of manga volumes. So volume 19 out of how many manga volumes there are, good for you on that one, because I mean, I've heard of Haikyuu. I know it's the manga series. I also know the anime. I watched a little bit of the anime, but I wasn't interested in continuing on. My mom was more interested in Haikyuu, so if she's more in the mood for it, and she's not so tired, then she might talk more about Haikyuu. But personally, not personal fave or anything. But yeah, but anyways, let's open this up. I'm not quite certain on what this is, which actually be fine. But I do know this is from Pango, though. I'm just not totally sure because I did buy 2 books on Pango, and I don't know which one of the books came in at all. We'll just use. I'm gonna use some scissors. It's somewhere in the 40s, but I'm up to 23. Yeah, I know there's like a lot of volumes, but like I never really know how many volumes. But okay, good to know. 40. But yeah, that's also why I'm never reading Haikyuu either, because I am not a fan of really, really long manga series. Like I just can't personally. I personally just can't not do with like 40 plus long manga series. They're just way too long, y'all. Like something like Fullmetal Alchemist is like 27 volumes or 9 omnibus volumes. That works for me, okay? Then again, I'm biased because I watched like the anime adaptation so many times, so that's probably me just being biased. But like, I don't know, I feel like something like 20, maybe even 30 something volumes, that just works. I think that just makes more sense, because why do it gotta be like 40 something? That's a lot of pages now. Now trying to get this thing to open. This is why I never do unboxings before, because it takes me forever and a day to unbox the gosh darn book. I mean, haven't I general idea what it could be? Oh, nope, I was wrong on this one. Oh gosh. Totally understandable. I got totally obsessed with the anime, and now that we're getting movie adaptations for the end, I'm pretty determined to read the manga. That's another thing too that I think makes sense. Like if it's the anime is so close to finishing, I think it makes sense to read the manga, because after watching so much of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I wanted to read the manga. And I gotta say, I really did enjoy with the manga. I don't know which one I prefer. I mean, I think both did great jobs with the stories and the mediums that they were told and at the time. So yeah, I just recommend it regardless. But yes, I'll show y'all. Oh wait, hold up. I'll show y'all the book here. Oh. Okay, it's in a Ziploc bag, but look, almost there. A Twisted Tale. So this is actually a book that I've heard of thanks to my friend Hariana from Hariana Hook. She has a YouTube channel. She also has a store. Yeah. Okay, so this is the one that came in. Cool. So yes, Almost There, A Twisted Tale by Farah Roshan. So this is like, what if Tiana made a deal that changed everything? So I think that has to do with like, you know, it's like kind of like Prince Leia the Frog, but you know, the part where like, you know, maybe she does take Dr. Facility's deal, you know, and just talk about what happens afterwards. So after Hariana's glowing review, she even made a dedicated YouTube video for it. I think I'll link the video in the description of this live so that y'all can watch if y'all have not seen it. But yeah, it just made me go, you know what? I just gotta. But like the thing is though, is like since it's more Disney property, I really want to get it like secondhand because Disney out here in these streets making some really morally bankrupt decisions with their money. And not just on their creative projects, unfortunately. But yes, I am glad this came in really nice. Let's see, this was what it looks like. Oh, it's really nice. Ooh, even the spine is really nice too. Look at that nice green. I love green. If you don't know, green is like one of my favorite colors. And Princess and Tiana is literally like one of like my, I don't know if she's my favorite, but she's one of my favorite Disney princesses. So I'm always here to support, you know, the things. Okay, so the author here is from South Louisiana and also is just a regular romance author. So her June 2020 novel, The Boyfriend Project. Okay. And then Almost There is her young adult debut. Yeah, so this is young adult fantasy, which makes sense. Because it's also part of like this whole Disney Twisted Tale series, I think. There's like a lot of these books. Oh, and I really like the font. It looks really nice, though. Not too long, either. I mean, it's longer than I would prefer, but, like, I think the font and sizing makes sense. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. I don't know if I'm going to read it before 2024 because I think the audiobook is available, and I think I'll definitely get through it if I really want to, like, marathon reading this over the weekend. I don't know if I'll do that because I do have an Education Malice and I also have this other audiobook I was listening to, but we'll see. But yeah, I am so happy that Almost There came in and looks really nice. So yeah, just gonna throw all this stuff away. But yeah, got new book. So yes, if y'all were reading, let me know what y'all have read, or if you have not read, that's okay. Y'all let me know what you're currently reading. Besides Book Terror, I already know that they are reading Haikyuu. So if for anyone else, please let me know and all that stuff. Now, for our next sprint, let's see. We can probably start in like a couple of minutes. So if we start at 55, let's see we do another 45. What is the math there? We start at 55. What's 30 minutes from that? 25 plus 15. 40. Yeah, I think read until 40 for the next sprint and stuff. Also, in the chat, if y'all, you know, feel like it, I'm actually very curious as well. Maybe we'll probably talk about it in the next sprint. But I am pretty curious on like if any of y'all have like New Year's resolutions, New Year goals. It doesn't have to be reading bookish wise. It could be like anything else if you feel comfortable. Or if you just want to keep it bookish, that's okay too. But I am genuinely curious about bookish resolutions and goals. If you have any, if you don't, I want to know that you don't do that. I'm just curious regardless. Stepped away for a minute. At some point today, I'm going to start The Heaven and the Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. I like to finish it before the new year. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to, that's what we do in these sprints because like I'm trying to figure out, hey, what is going to be like the last book or last couple of books of the year because I'm kind of surprised I'm actually really in the mood to continue reading, you know, for the end of the year. Because last year, I think I stopped at a certain point. Or maybe I kept reading, but I didn't finish anything. And I was like, This year, I'm like, nah, I want to finish some stuff. No goals. I don't ever follow through, so I stop with them. That's fair. That's so fair. I definitely have some goals, but I think we'll talk more about that when the sprint is over. But yes, let's get back onto our ambiance. Some more jazz, but more vintage fall. So yeah, happy reading, and we'll talk about New Year's stuff after the end of the sprint. Hello, everyone. That was the end of our second sprint. Let me know in the chat how far you've gotten. So, for anyone who's new here, I'm currently reading An Education in Malice by Saint Gibson on my Kindle, and I have made it to around 35%. Still very much liking it. It is a very interesting book because since it is so more character driven, I'm not really sure where exactly it's going. So really, I'm just like here for the ride, honestly, to see what exactly are we doing here. Maybe is this a character study, because it's very still character driven. So I'm like, I'm not totally sure where we're going as far as plot and character development. So really, I'm just reading until something happens. So yeah, I'll keep y'all posted at least for the sprints. I wasn't reading for the entire sprint though. I was doing other things, and now my phone updated, the software update. So there's that. Anyways, let's catch up on comments. Oh yeah, right. We were talking about like for this at the end of this second spread, we'll talk about New Year goals, resolutions. Right, you have no goals, book girls and purrs. Read less and focus on an analysis. Outside my bookish life, I need to just push myself, even though I don't feel confident, and find a better job. This inflation is smothering us. Sorry. That was just my phone buzzing for some reason. Anyways, yes, inflation indeed. These prices, like the prices, and I don't even just mean book prices, because I really be looking at books and I'm like, why on earth is this adult hardcover like $30? Okay, or even close to $30, like it's $27.99 or $28.99, and the book is like less than 350 pages. Make that make sense. And also Tor. I'm still looking at Tor. Why on earth are these hardcover novellas $19.99? Why? And most of them don't even reach 150 pages. So I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there, which is the bookish stuff. But other things too, they are way more expensive. I'm like, why? But yeah, pushing yourself though to feel more confident, find a better job. Even for myself too. Because I'm in a part-time job and I really do want to find like a better, more consistent full-time job. But hey, I don't know. I'm not going to do that. So I feel for you, books, girls, and purrs. I truly feel for you on this one. But yeah, reading less just to focus on other things makes sense. It truly does. Oh yeah, read less. So that's bookish goal. This is a book goal. Read less and focus on better analysis. Personal, professional goals. Snatch a better job, even though confidence is lacking. Oh, yeah, okay. So this is like relatively the same thing, but that's okay. Yeah, read less, focus on better analysis. Yeah, so probably like book review kind of things, which is also a thing I'm looking forward for in the new year, because I actually do want to make more book review videos. I know they don't necessarily do well, on BookTube, but generally I love watching book review videos. I really do. I truly do. It doesn't even have to be about like a new release. It could be a backlisted title. Maybe it's one I've heard of and maybe I haven't heard of. Like, I don't know. I seem curious enough to read it. Especially if it's like within the genres that I like to read in. I want to know. And I definitely have books that I'm like, you know what? I think this could work well for a book review video. Whether I liked it, whether I loved it, whether I'm like, it was mediocre, okay, or maybe not that good. Yeah, so I'm hoping in 2024, like I really am actually hoping to make way more book review videos. Because I like dedicated reading vlogs, but I feel like in a vlog, I'm telling you all my thoughts in the moment. But in a book review, some time could be passing, and then that will be enough time for me like, okay, these are actually my full thoughts. It could be before I do a wrap-up. It could be after I do a wrap-up. Regardless, there's always time to do a dedicated book review video. Personally. But yeah, I am hoping for you to get a better job for you, because yeah, this inflation truly is wildly out here. Hey Bree, hello. What you reading? Are you reading or are you just here to chill? Either way, it works best for me. Yeah, hey Bree. Got to volume 21. I know the entire arc by heart, but I'm still at the edge of my seat. I feel you for this, because that's what I felt for when I was reading the Fullmetal Alchemist manga series, because I actually finished the manga series in like November. So y'all will get my full thoughts on all that in my November-December wrap-up, which will be up most likely in January. Do not know when, but it'll be in January. I thought it'd be in the end of this month, but nah, definitely January. But yeah, I was still in the edge of my seat, okay? The other way. I was flipping through the manga pages like crazy. But I was at the edge of my seat, even though I already knew it was going to happen. Yeah, these novellas be out of pocket. Seriously. Like Tor.com, what in the world? This is why I'm just like, see, this is why I can't be buying novellas, because I need to borrow them from my library, whether it's a physical, audio, ebook. I'm going to be borrowing them first and see if it's worth it, so that if I do want to have my own copy, at least it's because I read it and I really had a great time with it and I want it on the shelf, Because it just makes sense. But nah, these novella prices are so out of pocket. Nah. Not reading, still working, slaving for the man. Dang. That really does suck, though. But I'm glad you're here, though. Glad you're here regardless. So, yeah, let's see. So we're going to talk about bookish goals. Things I did talk about, I think, most of my goals in my year in reading planning video. Yeah, that's what it was. I'm trying to remember what I said. Hold on, I need to go back to my notes here because I like to save some video notes on my Notion so I can always keep track. Let's see. Actually, I didn't really do much of actual goal plans. I think bookish wise is to really just read specific things more, I think. Yeah. Just read specific genre things, whether that's more horror, more mystery, classics, Shakespeare plays, completed series, translated work. I definitely want to read a lot more translated work and more self-published book works as well, which is why I bought a Kindle, because I know a lot of self-published authors are, go through Amazon, which I don't really like as much, but hey, I want to support the authors as much as I can, So hence the Kindle. And also I can at least read e-arcs way better than trying to use my phone or some other device. I'm trying to think, what else did I want to do? Oh yeah, I really want to explore horror still more, because I'm not fully into, I don't feel like I'm quite a horror reader yet. I'm still exploring horror, and I'm definitely exploring more mystery. I'm not into mystery just yet. I'm still exploring. And then I really want to explore more on romance, because I know I said I'm not really much of a romance reader, which is still mostly true, but I do want to find the kind of romance books that really work for me. So yeah, want to do that. Okay, let me just actually put this Kindle to sleep. What other goals that I had? So do some readathon series, quarterly DNFs. I do want to make some dedicated, more book recommendation videos, especially for audiobooks, because I know a lot of y'all are audiobook listeners as well. So it would be nice to recommend y'all some audiobooks. And yeah, talk more about DNFs. Hey, mama. So my mama's back. She finally came back. So you gonna do some reading stuff, or you gonna just chill, or you gonna nap?
Nah, that's what my booty gonna do.
Okay.
Hey y'all.
Yeah. So yeah, mom was gonna nap. She's tired, but that is okay. We're just talking about bookish goals and resolutions.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Do you got any for the next year, or are you just gonna wing it?
Well, girl, I stopped doing no things since 2012, 2011. What? Took a long minute, y'all. I don't do that. Mm-mm.
That's okay. There's one person who was like, I ain't doing no more.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let me catch up on comments. Where was I? Oh yeah, over here. I'm so glad I invested in a Kindle. I have 10 plus library cards, so I haven't felt the need to buy. Facts. No, seriously. Ever since I got a Kindle, I'm like, oh wait a minute. I can finally now borrow ebooks. So if I'm not in the mood to read this book physically, Kindle, the ebook thing, and you can borrow library books via Libby to your Kindle. There's a way to do that. You don't have to download the Kindle, the Libby app on the Kindle. You can do it. Yes. And also having 10 plus library cards. I wish I had that many library cards personally. I only got the one. I need another one, or then maybe 3 more or something, because the books I want to borrow, and I'm like, they need to be coming in, because I have only the one library card.
Girl, what you got?
Oh yeah. So this is the book that I got. It's almost there. It's a Twisted Tales. Pretty much like What If Tiana Made a Deal that changed everything, from The Princess and the Frog. And my friend Haryana was reading it. She made a dedicated YouTube video for it.
Okay.
So when Haryana says, "Oh yeah, I love this book," and it seems really interesting to me, I'm like, "Yep, okay. I shall." And I got it from Pango, so I got it for cheap. That's what I like to go on Pango for, y'all. You gotta go there and get some really, really great condition used books, even new.
I thought they were new. That's used?
Yeah, someone literally bought it, and it's just like that.
Okay.
The only thing that's different is that they stamp it's from their personal library, but that's okay. They don't matter.
Fine. Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Comments coming through, girl.
Yes, my bookish goals: less read logs, track more. Yeah.
I'm confusion.
I guess more just keeping track of the reading, really, and more just tracking of book you're reading, really, whether it's Goodreads or Storygraph or something. Okay. And maybe less read longs, or more reading vlogs.
Can you explain?
Yes, please, Bree. We're a little bit confused here, but
inquiring minds need to know. And all the things.
My bookish goals so far are more trans femme and disabled authors, still moaning about everything else. Yeah, that makes sense because there aren't really a lot of popular trans femme or disabled authors. So it is something you will have to dig. There's probably a lot more like self-published, probably. So makes sense. Oh yeah, sorry about the door.
No, not this one. She's talking about outside door.
Oh,
keeping the door open.
Sorry.
And then I just walk in.
I'm gonna sign up for the NYC Queens Library next year because goddamn, do I need more access to English ebooks? Yeah. I gotta figure out which. I'm like, what cards can I sign up for? I don't know how to do all that. I gotta figure out which ones. I'm like, okay, so I don't live in these states, so who do I need to like? Where do I need to sign up that I don't need to be in the states to get a library card? You know?
Well, we can ask Miss Joseph's accent. She might know.
Okay, all right.
She's from Britain, so she might know. She might know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I definitely don't do resolutions. It's a receipt for disaster.
Hey, come on!
I said girls and start right away.
You better tell this truth up in this live chat up. Yes, that's why I don't mess with it. No, absolutely not. Set it. Let's start right away. Exactly. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it going. And then you learn. In the same goals, you learn a lot on the way to the goal. Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, what I do, like resolutions and goals, is more like it doesn't technically speaking need to be taking place during the year at all. I'm just like, it don't fit in this year. Oh well, that just means I just push it to the next year.
Exactly. That's what we're saying. That's why we don't set it. Talking about some New Year is no.
I guess.
Yep.
I've been curating a trans femme list of 2023 releases, and it's got over 50 titles. But you are right, they're not popular or often talked about. Like, really is. It's actually generally very hard to find trans femme authors. Although, if you have a list, where's the link at? Because now I'm curious. Especially 2023 releases. I'm like, look, I like doing that. So, like, because, even if it's, like, pretty late in the year, at least for 2024, I'm like, hey, these books came out, like, last year. Because there are plenty of books that I've read this year that published in 2022 that I didn't know about that I've, like, oh, I love these.
Yeah, so if you have a link, please.
Yes,
in the chat.
Please do. Or DMing it on Instagram or something. The Queen's one allows international accounts. I'm not in the States either. Oh, well, if that's the case, I shall look. Yes, New York Queen. Okay. All right. Let's see.
I'm all squeezing you all in there.
Yeah, a little bit. My leg was losing circulation.
Sorry. Well, that's what you get for trying to crush your legs. Love you too.
Okay.
Anywho.
Let's see. What was that? So yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't think about my resolution stuff. So yeah, really, I think I actually I already made a video on like bookish wise. Like I wanted to read more classics, translated works because I really want to find more translated works. Okay. Especially that's not just Japanese literature because I do tend to find translated works that are from Japanese authors. I'm like, can we move away from the Japanese? Like, let's try other, because there's plenty of other ones. So want to read more translated works, read more nonfiction, explore horror more and mysteries and romance.
All right. Well, there we go.
Yep. And also have like more of DNF wrap-up videos because Mama, the one video that I made about all the DNFs of the year, I don't know how I was able to talk about 47 books in like less than 30 minutes, but I did it.
Well, that's why we're there, DNFs.
Yep. But then I also DNF. But here's the thing though, after I made that video, I didn't have 2 more books afterwards. So that video is not even quite accurate. I was like, well, I knew it was going to happen. So yeah, if y'all see the pinned comment in that video, I got 2 DNFs in there. So it's actually 49, not 47.
Okay.
We'll see if I DNF a 50th book. I don't know. I read a lot of books this year, so I DNF a lot too. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that more often. But as far as other than that, I also really want to keep more track of my book buying habits and my spending,
Oh,
I mean, I've definitely been better about it this year than I was last year and the year prior to that. Like this year, I'm like, it's definitely better, but I'm like, I can still make it even better.
Yeah, you're going right.
I'm like, I can still make it much better.
I've been on her on this. Now you've borrowed a whole lot of books this year.
Oh yeah, I've been borrowed a lot of books.
A whole lot on like years prior.
Oh yeah,
This child, I like the library is this. I was like, ma'am, come on, like this is a lot. It's a lot. Anywho,
yeah, my 2023 resolution actually is to use the library more often, and I checked that. So now that I have a Kindle, now I can borrow ebooks. And also, since I can read the ebook on my Kindle and I borrow the audiobook, if I have the audiobook and the ebook at the same time, bam, hybrid read, y'all. you gotta read smarter. You gotta read smarter like this. This is how you do it. And also that way, and also I have been looking at some, anticipated releases, and I'm like, pre-order? I don't know about pre-ordering no more. I literally pre-ordered 3 books this year. 2 of them I've read, and both of them I had to unhaul because they were disappointing. What was up with that? And they're my most anticipated releases. I'm like, bruh. I mean, one of them was still like finest. The other one was just disappointing. I'm like, what? What was this book? Look, if y'all see my File Hard Huntsman reading vlog, that was the book that I literally got in the mail and I read it in like a couple of days. I literally read it right away from when I got it, and I said, yeah, this was not good. Okay. It wasn't good, so yeah. Text me.
You doing another sprint, or you done?
No, we're gonna do one more sprint.
One more. Okay. All right. Go for it.
Yep. And then my mom gonna nap.
Well, I'm gonna try.
She gonna try, Mama. You definitely gonna nap. There's no trying about it. My mama likes to nap. So yeah. So for the final sprint, we shall read. Not very long. I got some other things to do. So I think we'll sprint for a little bit, about 30 minutes. So yeah, I think we'll read until the 30 mark. Yeah. Okay, wait. Hold up. I need to get out of this thing over here. Move over here. Yep, okay. Got everything. Cool. So yeah, we'll start the final sprint. And I'll see you all in roughly 30 minutes. All right, everyone. That was the end of our sprint. And actually, this will be our final. That was actually our final sprint. So I'm just going to catch up on comments real quick. Y'all let me know how y'all did. Sorry, I was on the phone. Okay. Let's read alongs. Oh, yes, so readathons, reading challenges, book clubs. Okay, I joined too many group reads and book clubs or read along for the hype. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Yeah, even for me, like I've joined more this year, but that's only because like the ones I joined in, I make sure there's enough time in between for like the ones that are month long versus week long or even a couple of weeks. I'm like, I know I need time in between to do the reading, to plan a TBR and all that stuff, because my TBR is based on like what I own or I can easily access from my library. So like I'm not trying to spend a lot of money just to buy a book for a readathon and end up not liking it. So yeah. But yeah, I definitely feel you though on less readathons, less group reads and book clubs. For me, it's definitely on less book clubs. I still want to try a couple of readathons, but I might just stick to just maybe like 3 or 4 and just stick to that because yeah, but we'll see. Try to multitask, but I have too many spelling errors. That's okay. It is what it is. What state do you live in? I live in Minnesota. And oddly enough, our winter right now is really, really weird. It's actually feeling like a kind of like a spring here, which like I'm not going to complain about because I really hate snow and cold, but I am worried because that's obvious evidence of climate change. So I don't know how it's going to work like with like January and February. I'm like, are we still going to have this kind of weather in January and February? Which like I'll be grateful for, but also cautious about. But yeah, I live in Minnesota. Yeah, so the Midwest. Hybrid reading is my jam. I love my Kindle Kids Edition 6.8-inch paperweight so much. My daughter has a kid's 6-inch Kindle. My library cards keep me sane. Makes sense. And also, I think that's really cool that your daughter has like a Kindle of her own. I find that to be so awesome. And it makes it way easier for her to like read so many books at a time and to borrow so many books at a time. I think that's really, really cool. But yeah, for me, I did not do any reading at all. I was supposed to continue reading Education and Malice, but honestly, I'm just thinking of food. My family and I, we were hungry. We're trying to figure out. We were like, wait, what we're gonna eat, and then we figured what we're gonna eat. So now we're ordering. So yeah, after this live show, after these sprints are done, we're gonna go and get some food because we are hungry. So we're just cooking up some rice. Oh, my family lives in Minnesota. Sisters, nieces, brothers, and father. Love it there. All right. Cool though. Dang, you have a lot of family live in Minnesota. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like it here. It's fine. It's pretty decent. Like, okay. I mean, not the worst, not the best, but definitely pretty good. But I'm glad you love it here, though, whenever you visit the fam. But yes, I think that is it. Yeah, that would be it for all of our sprints. So thank you for joining me for the final reading sprints of the year. I have not planned or scheduled any sprints for the new year yet because I'm trying to figure out if I am going to do any sprints for January. That's still up in the air, personally, honestly. Oh, get a Harris Public Library card to start. Harris? You like Public Library. Not right now. Harris Public Library. Maybe like, Anyways, I'm going to leave that tab there. But thank you, Bree. Thank you, Bree, for this because I want more library cards. I truly do. I want to borrow more books. I want to borrow more audiobooks and more ebooks now that I finally have a Kindle. So like I need one other things. Now I still have my particular library card if I want to borrow physical books. But now that I'm getting ebooks, it's a thing now. Yes, thank you for hosting. Well, thank you for joining. So yes, as far as the next sprints, it's up in the air if there are any for January, but I definitely see myself having reading sprints for February for Blackathon. So yeah, looking forward to that. And I'm also hoping to maybe ask some people to maybe co-host some sprints in the new year. Personally, I was like, I don't know, maybe I can find some more guests besides just my mom, so we'll see about that. That's a personal goal for me, actually, is to ask people to co-host sprints. So yeah, so definitely look forward to most likely for sure Blackathon sprints in in February. March is my birthday month, so the most likely will be birthday sprints, most likely on the day of. January is still up in the air. We probably will have sprints. We'll probably be very late in the month though. So we will see in January how that's gonna go. But yeah, I'll let y'all know though. Thanks for the sprints. Also, Washington, if you're under 21, which we all are. Okay, Washington Public Library. Me being like, yes, because I need all the cheat codes. Okay, I need all of the cheat codes on getting multiple library cards. But thank you, Bree. Oh, but there you go. So yes, thank you all for commenting the sprints, and I hope to see you all in my next video, which there should be more videos because I have vlog and end of the year content. I have a lot of videos for y'all, so trust me, there will be videos in January. Mark my words, and maybe a video before the 1st. We'll see. But yes, I'll see you all next month.